Hi there. Today's lesson is on surrealism. There are mainly three more renowned artists that deals with this particular movement, namely Salvador Dali, Max Ernst, and Rene Magritte. Surrealism happened in the 1924 to the 1950s. It is a form of expression of the philosophical movement, and works are often seen as a form of artifact, which is in fact usually what you would associate with as museum pieces. Those are pretty well known as artifacts in today's context. So this is what the artists and writers would see their creation as. It is also a revolutionary movement away from the current movement. It has the element of surprise and unexpected juxtaposition, meaning how should I put this? Unexpected juxtaposition means the way you place your visual imagery to form something very different, something that you would not even think about seeing in a particular image. Also, it allows us to create a fantastical visual imagery, and the work does not have to be logically comprehensible. It shouldn't be. In fact, what surrealism is concerned with mainly would be about the creation of interesting visual image that uses and reinvents how we see the particular object. For instance, an elephant can have a really hard exterior made out of mechanical objects. A laptop can be very soft, made out of cloth. It depends on how you actually want to manipulate it. Lastly, as mentioned earlier, this particular movement involves this very handsome guy here, Salvador Dali, another guy, Max Ernst, and lastly, Rene Magritte. This picture on your right will be The Persistence of Memory by Salvador Dali in the 1931. It is a creation out of the Surrealist movement. Look at the melting clock over here. Usually the clock faces would normally be associated with round solid faces, but in this case it has been manipulated to form an interesting imagery that sits on top of that wooden platform. What is this particular object? Does anyone know? Next up we have Max Ernst. He created an artwork titled The Elephant Syllabus. It is actually an elephant, as you can see, though not really. It looks pretty mechanical, doesn't it? The way the objects is being combined. Look at this. Yes, does an elephant have horns? It looks pretty mechanical, doesn't it? Look at the trunk. It emerges from the back of the elephant, it seems. This is one way in which you can manipulate images not to form boring expected images, but actually recombining them to form a different composition in which the viewers will not be bored. The viewers will actually be more interested to see and appreciate the current creation you have created. Next up will be Renee Margaret. Usual boring old setting, fireplace, clock. But then again, look at this. There is a train emerging out of the fireplace, named Time Transfix in the 1938. This particular drawing is interesting in a way because if I want to see a normal fireplace, I could easily take a picture, but with the use of the manipulation and the juxtaposition of image onto a normal setting, it creates a different kind of visual stimulation for the viewer. Lastly, after looking at all these activities, now we will have our activity time, of course. Okay, what I need you to do is to draw a realistic study of an animal or plant. Next, draw a realistic study of any architectural object, meaning it could be a bridge, it could be a building, it depends on you. And then, once you have the animal or plant and the architectural object, you will combine and morph the studies together. Looking back at the examples, you can do up a spider bridge, fish building. The possibilities are really endless. Lastly, one thing I need you to take note of: your drawing has to be shaded with pencils or color pencils. I hope through this exercise, I would be able to see your ability to actually manage proper shading. Okay, let me show you a few more examples before I end this. This is a rough example found online through Google. You can easily Google for additional images or inspiration if needed. You can combine plants, coral-like top with basic building structure to form something different, like what you see here. Living things, something really organic, architectural objects. I'll show you another sample. Look at this. Architectural object, living things. Look at how interesting the combination of these different elements can be. So this is what I hope to see in your particular images. I hope some of the pictures have given you a source of inspiration. And now I will just hand over the time to your teacher to follow up. Thank you.